Obviously it's there, but this is erupting. There's a big plume of smoke, huge plume of smoke. That's the flame below it.
Yeah.
Should be able to see it on the camera facing it now.
We are launching a competition to do with Fraser Island and the fires at the moment. What we're planning to do is, if you want to enter, you are eligible then, if you answer all the questions correctly, to come flying and see firsthand from my aircraft. Everybody that wins will be eligible for a flight, or you can hand it on to someone in the family or a friend.
The fires are burning really badly. Of course, they would have been an inferno erupting away. Look at the smoke in the valley. It's quite interesting to see. Makes it a lot more interesting from the air.
That's a fairly big front, isn't it? That furthest one.
Yeah, so, and a lot of this is in very, very inaccessible forest. There's a road below us, a track, if you want to call it that. There's another track there. You can see burnt foliage now below us, next to the lakes. You can see it quite clearly actually, so that might be some of the older burn. So this area's really copped a hammering over the last month. I would say it's going to die off a lot more yet. There might even be some trees lost. And some of these trees are quite old. Alrighto, so ahead of us now is the cathedral's fire. We'll keep tracking up the edge of the cloud over to the coast on the east side. Now guys, I'm trying to keep the video fairly short for you. But if I keep talking and waffling on, just yeah, let me know in the comments. It looks very dead down below us. Like there's a lot of stuff missing. Maybe that was the real intense part of the fire.
Possibly.
And it's just wiped it out.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah, that is certainly burnt.
That is definitely singed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind betting the helicopter bombing would have been picking up out of those freshwater lakes too.
Yeah.
If they had to. So our track returned back to the south because we've got a headwind. Well, we've got a kind of easterly, southeasterly, I don't know what it is. It's kind of, at the moment we're indicating a headwind of 8 knots. The smoke's indicating that direction, so we'll be kind of getting a tailwind, a fast trip back. Current airspeed is 75 knots. I'm actually capable of 90 knots. There's another little fire on our right hand side. Very small one, but of course when the heat of the day and the wind kicks in, these things can get going over a couple of days. They can just flare up into these massive infernos. Now there's too many fires here to say one fire started this whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
They're very wide apart.
Yeah.
What's the go? Has anyone got any idea? Because unless it's been like embers, which is possible, but embers spreading that far, maybe.
But see how this is brown here. This has all been burnt.
Yes, on the left.
So they
on our port side, that's definitely been well and truly singed out too.
Yeah.
And there's big patches of open ground where the trees have just gone. The bush has been taken out. 4,500 feet now. We're a little bit descended because we've got no cloud up here. These fires were threatening the camping grounds on the east coast, near the cathedrals, I believe. So we'll just trek out to the coast and we'll do a little bit of a quick beach run. I won't descend much lower than this. Into the sun at the moment. I don't know if you can see it, but we've got the sand blow, one of the big ones. And below us is what's known as the Butterfly Lake. Actually, you can see more singed ground to the north of the smoke trail and to the left there, to the port. There's a bit of singed brown vegetation. That fire looks like it's been extinguished.
But look how far it's gone here. Look, it's just roared through there. It's mist bits.
It's really covered a lot of territory here. It really has been very devastating. The fire has really taken out many hectares. It's really hard to say. We're kind of flying a circle around it, so I'll put the GPS line up on the screen now, and you'll be able to see the area we flew around, which was mostly affected by these fires over the last month. We're at 4,300. A little bit of inversion turbulence, so we might just climb up a little bit and stay out of the rougher air. We're going to have to climb shortly anyway to get over these fires, so the clouds.
Yeah.
So this is the cathedral's kind of area, the coloured sands, rainbow sands I think they call it. A bit of a tourist attraction. And there'll be camping spots along the beach here that were evacuated. Yeah, traffic Harvey Bay, microlight 6340, morning.
Yeah, 6340, your location there, mate?
Currently Fraser Island, overhead cathedrals at the moment, just tracking around the fire zone.
Yeah, we'll catch you soon.
That's pretty arrogant, Trevor. You're going to try and catch me, are you?
That's a relatively small fire.
I'm a bit nervous about something.
Yeah, is that burnt ridges? I'd say there's burnt ridges where it's brown, eh?
Yeah.
And it's more just going off now. There's a lot of little hot spots. All this area where it's smoking is obviously burning at the moment.
Yeah. So many little spots, like you say. How does that happen? Or have they burnt to the outside of their thing and just formed new little fires?
Yeah. Right, so we'll turn now.
Look at that out. That's brown everywhere.
Yeah, to the north it's already been well and truly burnt. This is going to look horrible in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be dead. There'll be some patches that were missed, of course, but this is going to be a couple of years recovering from this, I would say.
Yeah.
Going to need some rain. Oh, look at that. We'll just go around this, just to the west, to the left of the big sand blow just in front of us. There's a total burnt out ash area. All the way to the coast, actually, in that valley. That is all dead. And just in front of us, it's all empty. It's devoid of vegetation. This has been really hot and disgusting here.
That could cause a few problems.
Yeah, it could actually turn into more sand blows.
Yeah.
The forestry, Fraser Island, if you don't know, is one big sand island, and it's the only island in the world, it's huge by the way, it's 100 kilometres in length, it's the only island in the world made of sand with rainforests and tall timbers on it. And to think that this vegetation is holding it together, now that this below us, the vegetation has gone, this could turn into a new sand blow. Because the vegetation won't hold the sand together, and the winds will just turn it into, just turn it inside out, and it will just continue to, well, there's nothing holding it together, there's nothing there. The vegetation is going to take a year or two to recover, and in that meantime, it's all gone, the sand's just going to turn. Wow, this is shocking. All to the front of us now. It's just huge. Gone. Look at the valley. There's a creek through the valley, and all around it just looks like another planet.
Yeah.
Dead ash black.
Wow. That's amazing, isn't it? That's incredible.
Well, Mike was going to make this a fun video. We're going flying, it's all fun, yeah, sure, but it's really sad. I've had a lot of comments on Facebook on some of the photos I've put up, how devastating it is, and people's hearts going out for the wildlife. So we'll just continue to wrap this up, going around here. There's not really much else to say.
Question 1, what is my aircraft registration and aircraft brand and model in the videos? Question 2, what was the maximum flight altitude that we went to? Was it 3,500, 4,500, 5,500 or 6,500 feet? And question 3, what colour was the other plane in the video that flew with us? So they're the 3 questions. There's some conditions as well. Now to answer these questions, please go onto my CrayonBox Flying Adventures Facebook page and message me through there. Entries will close on the 20th of December and announcements will be made in a video on Christmas Day that will be published by me on Christmas Day. And there might be some private information about who actually won sent separately in a message to you directly. You must live in Hervey Bay or Maryborough in the area. You have to answer the 3 questions. You need to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. You need to like the 2 Fraser Island bushfire flight videos. And you need to post a comment saying, I'm in to win. Everyone that gets the answers right will be a winner.
Leave your comments below. I just wanted to bring you this to show you the extent. It's very difficult country to get to. Isolated, even if you had a 4-wheel drive, a lot of this area is not accessible. So aircraft is the only way to do it. I'm fortunate that I can do this. I don't really need to look on the ground to see how bad this is. Kevin, you got any wrapping up comments here?
Mate, I just can't believe the devastation and the size of the area that's been burnt. When they said it's a big fire, but you can't realise until you get up here and actually see it. It's huge.
The big question now is, how much longer is this going to go on for? We don't see rain really happening here for at least a month maybe, and well actually December's only a week away, but maybe at least 2 weeks anyway before this really settles down.